for another weekly analysis on gold for the week. So in this video I will basically say where I think the price on gold will go, and I will show you my important key levels for the week. So let's see what those levels are. So the first one is this previous low that we had. We have this high, and this other high. I don't expect more highs or lows to be used this week and to be important. Those are the ones that I will keep an eye on. So basically here, as you can see, we have swept already this swing low, we have reacted, we've gone higher, but still we don't have a lot of bullish momentum to keep going up. Here we had a bearish third gap, we broke the bearish third gap, we had here inverse third gap, then we gone higher, but then as I said in the previous week I said that alright, we could just have a continuation higher after this inverse third gap, but then I would expect a bearish reaction here at this bearish PD array, and after sweeping this high, and that's what we had. We had a sweep here, we closed below, we had a very bearish reaction here, and then we started going lower again, as I said in the previous weekly analysis. So now what will happen, so let's talk about that. So here, as I said, I have here a bearish PD array, very important one. So here the plan is simple. If you want a continuation higher, we need to start having a bullish structure. So we must have a breakout structure to the upside if we want a continuation higher. Here we are just bearish, as you can see, just respecting bearish structure. If you want to see a bullish continuation, we would need to have a bullish breakout structure, and then after that I would expect a continuation higher. But here we have important level, we have an inverse third gap. So here at the moment it is a bearish third gap, it was a bullish third gap, but then it got broken, so now it's a bearish PD array. So the most probable plan is that we just go here and then we have a bearish reaction and we continue going lower. But if you want to see a bullish continuation, a very good thing that could happen, it would be inverse third gap here. It would get this gap reclaimed, and then if we have a bullish candle closing above this gap, I would expect a continuation higher, at least to this high, but then we could just have bearish reaction here, but we never know. So the most probable plan is that we just continue going lower. Here we have another bearish PD array, but here is more important. So what I expect here, honestly, this week is that we just have a continuation here to this gap, and then we have a bearish reaction and we continue going lower. But as I said, if we can reclaim this gap, then I would expect a continuation higher, at least to this high, and then we never know what it could happen. But honestly, I'm more bearish than bullish for the week. But let's just mark on the chart what I expect this week to happen. So bearish plan, most probable plan to happen, just a mitigation here and then a continuation lower. And the bullish plan, I don't expect it to happen, but we never know. It is an inverse third gap here. We just reclaim the gap, and then we have a continuation higher, at least to this level. So very simple plan. We are bearish at the moment. As I said, we would need to have a bullish breakout structure if you want a continuation higher. But because at the moment we don't have that, we are just bearish, I would just prefer to bet that we will continue going lower. But as I said, we never know what could happen, and if we reclaim here, we could have starts of a bullish continuation higher and maybe a very strong bullish relief, but we never know. So if you like the video, like and subscribe, and see you in the next week for another weekly analysis on gold.